Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cashton. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we get ready for a girls basketball tilt. And with me once again, head coach Steve Hunsinger of the Cashton Eagles. And Steve, thanks again for taking the time out here. We got a couple of games to talk about here with Cashton.
Yeah, thanks, Ken, for having me.
You know, it's always just a great time when we can get together and chat. It's a little chilly, a little windy, a little snowy outside. Might as well be inside and do some basketball.
Play some basketball.
Well, let's take a look. Let's go back almost a week ago now at the Lacrosse Center. It was just one of those games. It was a fun game to call. I would imagine from the coach's standpoint, you saw points left out there on the court, and you know, you wouldn't know that you'd be frustrated or anything. I'm inside me. I'm like, man, you know.
Yep.
But what a great game.
It was a good game. Back and forth. Kickapoo obviously brings a talented team to the floor each and every time that we play them. In that different setting, I think both teams in that first half, you know, struggling to get some points on the board. It was a low-scoring first half. We didn't put up the points that we needed to put up. Made a nice fight back in the second half, and I think that's what we needed to build on, was where did we go from there, and where did we put the grit together? Where did we, you know, fight through some things that weren't going our way? Maybe not the ball falling in the hoop like we wanted to. So made some adjustments at halftime, did some things a little bit differently. You know, in the end, they made some free throws that were pretty clutch to keep them out ahead, and in the end, you know, won the game. So ultimately for us, it was a building game again, one that I think, you know, give or take, flip a coin a little bit, I think we're right there with Kickapoo. But hats off to them for finishing that game. You know,
they were the one thing that I noticed, and for me, it was kind of weird. I'm like, am I seeing the right kind of stuff? They kind of came out, they got, was it near the end of the first half, or maybe it was early in the second, they picked up like 3 turnovers, which kind of made the difference of the ball game, is, you know, in my whatever estimation of things.
Anytime we're turning the ball over, that's
never good.
Never good for your team, you know, and ultimately it just takes away opportunities and possessions. And so things that we have to clean up, things that we have to do better, and that's what we're working on each week, and trying to make sure that we clean those up, take care of the ball, make sure that we're getting the possessions that we want and running the things that we want to do.
I said early on in that ball game when you guys started, I'm like, this is going to be a track race, folks. Be ready. Because I mean, you're an excellent team. They're an excellent team. And, you know, it was a 4-point ball game.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness, come on.
It's good high school basketball, no matter how you look at it. And it's an opportunity for us to grow and get better. We want to play good competition, and certainly that we got that with Kickapoo on a fun day in lacrosse.
Yeah, very much so. Well, speaking of competition, wow, Tuesday night, it was a very competitive ball game. You guys clawed out from a 12-point deficit that I remember. Maybe it was more, but at least 12, and you came away with a win at Brookwood in a tremendous ball game.
Yeah, it really was quite a game back and forth. You know, again, too many turnovers in the first half. We were not getting the opportunities and the looks that we needed to get. I have to tip my hat to the Anderson girl. I mean, she was lights out through that game. She played just amazing, just a great game for her. She was knocking down threes, she was hitting jumpers, she was playing a great game, and we had to figure out a way to, you know, slow her down. I think she had, you know, 20-some points in the first half, and that's something you just can't keep giving up if you're intending to win a basketball game. And so again, at halftime, we had to come back with some adjustments, and in this one, I told the girls, you know, we had to claw and fight back and just keep hanging in there, not tipping our head down, and making sure we picked up our heads and do the things that we knew how to do as a team together. And I think that's where we excelled, and certainly free throws were important again in that game. You know, for us to get that win, knocking down a number of free throws there down the stretch was super important to that outcome.
Yeah, Lindley Schendel had a ton of those. That was huge. Helgeson had 3 big threes, and Ella Briggan, you know, as well. I mean, boy, it was fun watching you guys come together at the end there, and how you just, you know, that grind, as they call it. Well, you guys just played your hearts out,
and just finding that confidence. And I think some of those girls stepped up and found that rhythm and that confidence that I know is there, and we've got to continue on that road as well.
Right. And tonight, what do we know about our opponents tonight?
So we're a good team here with Hillsboro coming in again tonight. You know, a senior laden hardened team that has played for 3 years together on the varsity level. A lot of skilled players. Certainly, the big presence inside with Violet is a really tall girl that's going to give us some size troubles and matchups. But we have to come out and again play our game and do the things that we need to do. Make sure that we're playing good defense, taking care of the basketball, and getting our opportunities on the offensive ends, because they're a very skilled, very athletic team that's going to put a good basketball game on the floor again tonight. How do you
battle? How do you game plan for a 6'4" senior?
Well, I think you have to work on your techniques of how you're going to front her and how you're going to play behind, and the pressure that you put on the basketball. Those kind of things are going to make differences in the game, and certainly you got to just execute and keep the opportunities on your end of the floor versus their end of the floor. That's the goal. We'll see how it goes as we match up and we go along in the game.
Everybody's healthy tonight, ready to go?
We do. We have everybody back, so I'm excited about that.
Like that.
After a couple of weeks of up and down with numbers of players, being in and out because of some sickness and other things that were going on. But, it's a good Friday night to be inside, like you said, with the snow falling outside and a full team here ready to play basketball.
Steve, we are just, I'm getting excited. I got goosebumps thinking we're going to have a fun game here tonight, and wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it.
Hillsboro Tigers come to town here in Eagle territory. We'll see what comes up with that. JV first, followed by the varsity. Thanks again to Steve Hunsinger. I'm Ken Manning. We'll be back with the JV and then the varsity in just a couple of moments.
There are a lot of good reasons to shop the Westby Cooperative Creamery Cheese Store in Westby. Try the all-new sour cream pouch filled with fresh, all-natural sour cream that makes serving a whole lot easier. Just squeeze to put the finishing touches on any meal with no mess. Squeeze on tacos, chili, baked potatoes, you name it. Store it in your fridge for any time or bring it along on camping trips and picnics. Squeezable sour cream pouches are convenient, farm-to-table country goodness from Westby Co-op Creamery.
Cashton Building Supply and CBS Design. Be sure to stop in and see Kevin Kirking or Courtney Kuzi for all your new building or renovation plans. It's your one stop to get everything you need when it comes to home, agricultural, or remodeling projects. Call 654-7871, Cashton Building Supply and CBS Design.
Welcome back to Cashton. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions. Well, the Tigers of Hillsboro come to town, and we look for quite a ball game here as the teams are now being introduced. That's, let's see, 21. I'll get the names in just a moment here. It is going to be, we're going to take just a quick moment here. All right, here we go. They always play the music, and one of the things we have to watch out for is copyright stuff. Just like we had to watch out for that. Here's the jump ball, and it's going to go to the Eagles. And nearly slipping up here, but recover. That was 25 in Lily von Falkenstein. I don't know if they Stein or Steen. I'm not sure which way. I'll probably say both throughout. I have a tendency of doing that. Here we go with the turnover, and back it comes here. Cashton with their first possession of the ball game. Out on top, Lindley Shendo. Hyatt back over here to Helgeson, back to Lindley Shendo. Here's Brigham thinking about it. She'll come back up to the top here with Hyatt. Braley slowing things down a little bit, stepping back, now comes out here on the near wing. Taylor with the quick pass, top of the key. Here's Lease with the ball. Brigham as they move over to the far side. Here's a drive, the shot no good, and coming away with it is going to be Violet Morin with the ball now. She'll go over here to that far side. A lob back into Morin, and her shot is up and in. And that's what you got to watch out for all night long. She's going to be tough that way. Here's Brigham. Lease. Violet stands at, what they say, 6'4". And tell you what, she is going to be a force underneath, both defense and offense. Quick pass, Lindley Shendo over the far side. The shot is up, no. Lindley Shendo got the rebound, and now the ball is ripped away from her. That coming off from 25 in Von Falkenstein. A shot underneath here, that's going to be short. Tipped around. Moran missed that one. And a nice tip there by Lindley Shendo right into the hands of Hyatt. Hyatt back down the court quickly here. A little semi-skip pass, and it almost was a skip pass. Lining up on the floor. They'll go down into Lease. Nearly picked off from behind. They'll lob to Lindley Shendo. Taylor will step back out and go to Hyatt. Hyatt to Brigham on the far side. Lindley Shendo. Again, nice little behind the back dribble here. Weaving through, nice pass underneath. And unfortunately, boy, what did we get there? Some sort of turnover. I didn't quite catch it. But Lindley Shendo showed some nice presence there on that dribble. And a beautiful pass. They just couldn't capitalize. 2-0 score yet here at the 15.5-minute mark. Hillsboro with the lead. Over here to the near side, Von Falkenstein. And a shot up. There's going to be a foul. That's assessed on Grace Lease. Von Falkenstein will go to the line here, or Stein. Going to the line here, and she'll get 2. First is up and in.
The Westby Co-op Credit Union. For nearly 80 years, helping individuals and businesses meet their goals through financial support. When it comes to farm loans, home mortgages, car loans, line of credit, and much more. The place to turn to, WCCU.
When you think of a co-op, farms may come to mind, but it's the people that make a cooperative thrive. At the Chaseburg Co-op, that means everyone who's involved. Those who work there, members who do business, even customers passing through for anything from gas to tires. It's local. It's people coming together community-wide and beyond. You don't have to be a member of the Chaseburg Co-op to do business with them, but it sure has its perks, and it's free. Ask how you can become a member. The Chaseburg Co-op, your locally owned co-op.
Second one on the way. And that's true to form as well. Helgeson to Lease. Hyatt, Lease, back up the top with Brigham. Lindley Shendo wanted to go down low. The ball tipped around, and coming away with it is going to be Thorson of the Tigers. Back up here, 23 in Hanson. Top, here comes a move right down the floor, and we're going to get a foul here on the drive. Let's see who that was. That was 21, I believe, yes. 21 in Kyra Bazarek. Well, she wasted no time in coming down the left side of the lane. The foul is going to go on Lease. That's her second. And Lauren Hunsinger will be coming in for her. Meanwhile, Bazarek is able to hit the first. And she's going to get another one here. That rolls around, no good. Hunsinger comes in and picks up a rebound right away. Here's the shot coming up by Hyatt. That's short. And Falkenstein able to come away with the rebound. Back up to the top. Oh, a wide open look, and that's a little bit strong. Hunsinger with the rebound. That shot just a little strong by Cameron Hansen. Back over here to the near side it comes. They'll go down low, tipped away, and it's going to stay with the Eagles. Reaching through was Von Falkenstein, senior, going up against the sophomore in Lindley Schendel. Lindley Schendel with the ball. Hyatt with the shot. Oh, and a beautiful little bank right there as she was able to get that one to drop. First bucket of the night here. That coming at about the 14-10 mark for Cashton. They trail 5-2. Kicking the ball out. Here's a pretty good looking three, but just a touch strong. Helgeson coming away with it. That shot was by 21 in Bazarek. Brigham. Hunsinger threw it over her head. Tough break there. Hansen across the timeline, over to Bazarek. Von Falkenstein with the ball. She'll drive on the left side. That will roll off. And coming away with it was Hunsinger. Kind of a little bit of a double team there on Morin, and Cashton able to get the ball back. Let's see if they can get the bucket now and get to within one or tie it. Going to go down low. Hyatt, she'll get the foul, the bucket and the foul, and go to the line on top of that. Byer coming into the ball game now. She'll come in for Lindley Schendel. Shot is up and good, and we got ourselves a tie ball game. Van Falkenstein almost lost it, able to recover. Goes to the far side, that's Bazarek. Skip pass. Shot looked like it was off, it was. Tipped around, and we're gonna get a foul here on Moran. Helgeson with the rebound, and she got bumped to the ground here by Violet Moran. That was Thorson, by the way, with the shot. And now Cashton looking to try and capitalize here once again. Brigham. Helgeson. Back to Brigham. She's open. Her shot. No good. Rebound Moran. Van Falkenstein with the ball. Lob pass down low. Tried the block. We're going to get a foul. No, we're going to get a travel. And coming into the ball game now, Quinn Cook.
The Varsity Funeral Home, dedicated to serving area families in time of need. Caring, professional guidance, always a must. Contact Gina Sherry for reliable, compassionate care. The loss of the life of a loved one is always a stressful time. Turn to Varsity Funeral Home, Westby and Viroqua. Carmen Fortune, your local New Directions real estate expert, has a beautiful homestead located near Soldiers Grove to show you, with 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and nearly 37 acres of woodland area. This is a ready to move into year-round home for one to enjoy. Contact Carmen Fortune today.
Here's the ball game. She comes in for Brigham, who will get a short rest. Quick pass. Hyatt takes a look, and she hit it inside the 3 at about a 12-footer. Here's a pretty good look there, but just off the mark by Thorson. And Cashton gets the rebound. Here comes Hyatt once again. Her drive, layup, blocked down low. That was Van Falkenstein. And we're going to get a travel call here. Helgerson got up in the air, and when she came down, she didn't release the ball in time. 7-5 score at the 11:52 mark. And I tell you what, Hillsboro knocking off Bangor by 22 points earlier this week. So pretty good ball game here tonight. It has a lot of implication on how things are going to go for the Scenic Bluffs. You know, Royal and Hillsboro played in the first game of the year, and I think Royal beat Hillsboro, if I remember right. 3-second call underneath. Helgeson. Quick pass over here to the near side, back to Helgeson. Up to the top with Hyatt. Now Cook. Cook inside pass. Beyer turns, goes to Hunsinger. That shot blocked by Moran. Well, I tell you what, that's a long reach. Oh, it looked like it could have been a double dribble. Still, it's a turnover. Cook wound up with it, gets it to Hyatt. Back to Cook, and it's picked off. Bazarek with the pick off. And now she'll slow things down. Over here on the wing, this is Thorson. Her shot is up, no. Struggling for the rebound, we're gonna get a jump ball. Hunsinger battling Moran.
Cashton Farm Supply. Since 1984, Cashton Farm Supply has focused on organic feed, manufacturing, and distribution. Stop in, talk to Ernie or any of his team, and discuss the benefits of organic farming. Located on Highway 27, just outside of Cashton. Best of luck to our area teams.
Lindley Shendo and Ember Heft in for the first time tonight. Lob pass out on the top here. Van Falkenstein. Shot is up. We're going to get a whistle here. Foul is going on Cook, her first. Shot is up and good. Bazarek with that one. Or check that, that's Thorson, excuse me. Thorson got one of two. Back over here on the near side. Heft now goes back to Hyatt. Inside Hunsinger. Corner is Lindley Shendo. Quick pass inside off the fingertips of Cook. Heft is there. Tough defense coming up. That's Bazarek, and it's going to go out of bounds off from Bazarek. Not afraid to mix things up at all, are they? Just under 10 minutes to go here in this first half action. The 7-6 low-scoring ball game. Lindley Shendo with a quick pass, but tipped by Bazarek into the hands of Moran. Thorson across the timeline on the pass, kicking it back out. We're going to get a foul on the floor. That might be on Hyatt. It is. Bazarek wound up on the ground. Helgeson's going to come back in. Hyatt will get a break. Quinn is out. Hunsinger is out. Brigham and Lease back in. It's your starting five with the exception of Hyatt. Heft is still in. Here's a nice spin move. The shot is a roll around and dropping through. Falkenstein with a pretty good look right there. Here's a three on the way, no good by Brigham. That ball is going to be out of bounds, and it will go to. Well, they're going to talk this one over. All right, they confer and say, yep, it's going to go back to the Tigers. And then I saw somebody wearing it said Hillsboro Orioles, so did they change their name to the Orioles? I got to look here. No, it's got Tigers on the paper. So three, no good. Nice position by Amber Heft with the rebound. Here's Brigham for three, just short. Trying to get her own rebound, able to do so. Skip the ball back up the top with Heft. She's left alone. Her shot is up. No. We're going to get a foul underneath. I think somebody was Van Falkenstein. I think she was kind of grabbing Lindley Shendo, I believe. And we're going to get a timeout here by the Tigers. We'll do the same.
Premier Co-op, serving members since 1893. Your corporate office located in Mount Horeb. Other sites include Cashton, Lafarge, Richland Center, Viroqua, Eastman, and Westby. Best of luck to all the area teams throughout the season. And they wish all of you a happy and prosperous new year. Cade Clearing. When it comes to clearing out old tree stumps or taking down hazardous trees, be sure to contact Cade Clearing. Brett at 608-615-0827 or Riley at 608-632-3678. Fully insured for your protection. Cade Clearing. Call today for a free estimate.
Vernon Communications Cooperative has connected their members to the latest technology for 70 years. Whether it be phone, internet, streaming, or digital video, they are your reliable and secure connection to communication. VC Co-op provides a superior fiber optic network to serve their members with world-class technology and unrivaled local service.
Viroqua Booster Club, supporting the many teams of Viroqua High School. The Booster Club works closely with coaches and administration to assist in many ways. Thank you to the Viroqua Booster Club, fans, parents, and alumni for their great financial and moral support over the course of all these years.
Oh, that's full service. Pull in there, Michelle. Oh, yeah, okay.
Fill her up?
With the good stuff.
You got it.
Oh, and can you check the oil too, please?
Sure. That car has no oil.
Tigers with the timeout, they'll set up their defense. Lindley Schendel will get the inbound back to Helgeson. Heft at the top. Key drives right side. No. Brigham. Far side Helgeson. Defense really trying to pick things up. That ball thrown away. Brigham not able to get to it. Entering the ball game now for the Tigers is 22 in Jalen Bloor. Thorson across the timeline, back to Bazarek. Bazarek looks down. Here comes Von Falkenstein, and boy, she hit another one. Senior, you can tell she's a leader. That ball thrown right into the hands of Bazarek. 2-on-1. She'll look for the layup. No good. And we're going to get a reach in on that one. I think that was it Thorson or was it Bazarek? It was Bazarek reaching in on that foul. Down low, they'll kick it out. Lindley Schendel into the ball game now is number 5 in Lily Sanders. That ball thrown away. Here's a drive. Spin move back out to Bazarek for 3. That's no good. Wow. Morin reaching up and put that one back up on the takeaway. That ball tipped away. Bazarek again, quick anticipation. So the passing, what that tells you is you better be spot on with your passing as Hyatt comes back in. Hunsinger is there. She'll inbound to Helgeson. Very experienced team, the Tigers, and they'll anticipate a lot. Here's a shot. Oh, in and out, no good by Lindley Schendel, but that was a great look. I want to take those all day long. They're going to call that a Euro step, maybe? Okay. That was 25 in Von Falkenstein. Hunsinger with the inbound. That's a block from behind by Von Falkenstein. She kind of came out of nowhere on that one, didn't she? On the drive, they'll bring it back in Bloor. Falkenstein out front. The shot is up. Oh my goodness, that was a good hit right there by Bloor. A 3, and it's 15-7 all of a sudden. It was a 7-6 Cashton lead. Here is Hyatt with the drive. No. Hunsinger battling. Where'd the ball go? Out of bounds. They say it will stay with the check that with the Eagles. Falkenstein is going to get a break. A well-deserved one, too. Hyatt back up the top here. Hunsinger. It's going to be a long 2 if it goes. It did not. Outlet pass. Quick one down the court. Bazarek, and she overlaid it. Lindley Schendel gets the rebound and a quick 30-second timeout. Coach Steve Hunsinger with 5:58 to go. Probably doesn't want to get into too much of a track race. We'll take a timeout.
Sealand's Carpet Lamb, located in the heart of Coon Valley. Be sure to stop in, talk to Paige, Tim, or any of the team members today. You are their #1 priority. 452-3129 is the number to call. And Tim reminds you, if you step on it, they sell it. Bank of Cashton and Scott Wall hope that you are enjoying today's special broadcast. Be sure to contact Ann Kaiser for all of your HSA or other insurance questions that you may have. 654-5121. Best of luck to the Cashton Eagles. From your friends, it's the Bank of Cashton, serving the area since 1899.
Well, we come down the court here, and the pass by Helgeson, she wanted to get it over on that far side to Sanders, but she just she just threw that one a little bit too hard and just a little far away from Sanders. Thorson back up on the top here, and he'll go down low. Back to Thorson, tipped away here, not able to save it. Great try over there by Sanders and Hunsinger. Cook coming into the ball game. Falkenstein comes in and going to give Moran a rest here. Thorson will get the ball back. Shot is up and good. That was a three by Bloor. Two of those for her. Hunsinger for three. No, front of the rim. Rebound coming away by Bloor. Down the court, Lindley Schindel with the takeaway. She gives it up to Hyatt and back up to the Cashton side, just under 5 minutes to go in the half. Lob pass down low. Lindley Schindel trying to get through. They're going to call her for a walk. Trying to get through that defense. Byer comes in for her. Hansen to inbound to Thorson. 18-7 your score, 4:44 to go. That ball thrown away. An unforced error there by the Tigers. Hunsinger to Helgeson. Meeting Helgeson, that's number 11, and Savannah Hardy. Shot is up by Hyatt. She's going to be fouled. Braley goes to the line now to shoot a couple. 18-7. All Tigers here in the last few moments. Hyatt gets that one. Moran comes back into the ball game. She hit them both. Hyatt with all the points here for the Eagles right now. They got to get somebody else to help out. Here's a three. Oh boy, that was up and good by Hansen. Check that, Thorson. The drive, they'll kick it out. Top of the key here with Hunsinger and Brigham. Here's Byer. She'll come out to Brigham. Hyatt thought about it. Now she'll take the shot. Rolls off. No. Falkenstein with the rebound. .23 is Hansen. There's the ball tipped by Hyatt. Hunsinger slowing things down, going to Hyatt, skip it over to the far side. Brigham for three, too strong on that end. Rebound put back, Hunsinger. Falkenstein with the ball over to the ball handler here in Thorson. Down on the baseline. He'll pass that one right off the leg of Beyer. 2:58 to go.
American Family Insurance. For all your protection under one roof, it's the Miranda Wright Agency, Westby and Viroqua, providing you with a wide range of reliable insurance protection for you and your loved ones. Hard-working farm insurance coverage as well from your American Family Miranda Wright Agency. Stop in today and see why they are the family that you choose. Scenic Bluffs Community Health Centers with medical, dental, behavioral health, chiropractic, acupuncture, and pharmacy services. They support all of your healthcare needs under one roof. Scenic Bluffs offering a sliding fee scale program to make high quality care more affordable. Schedule an appointment today, 654-5100.
Lindley Schendo comes in for Hunsinger. Lease comes in, as does Helgeson. She comes in for Cook. Beyer came out on that exchange as well. Lob pass inside, and that's an easy 2. Moran with the easy bucket there. Here's a drive, trying to get through. We're going to get a foul on the floor, and that's going to go on Bazarek. Lease to the inbound. Here's Lindley Schendo. Her shot up a little bit strong. Tipping around. It's going to be Helgeson with it. She lays it up, and it will go in. Wow. So Helgeson gets a bucket. Nazarek with the shot. That rolls off. Lindley Schendo with a nice rebound. Attacking the ball, attacking the rim. Hyatt, that one gets blocked. And Hyatt goes down to the floor. So Braley once again here to shoot. A little strong. 2:13 to go. It's a 10-point advantage right now, Tigers. That shot will roll around and drop in. Hyatt will get a rest here with the 2:13 mark. We'll see if she comes back in. She might get like a 40-second rest. We'll see. She's not in any kind of foul trouble, so that's a good thing. Falkenstein has 2 fouls for the Tigers. I think she's the closest one with any kind of foul trouble. Moran inside, and so it came up a little short. Brigham with the rebound. Lindley Schendo on that defense. Here comes Helgeson. And an offensive charge. Wow. Falkenstein, tell you what, that was pretty gutsy because she has 2 fouls. That would have been 3, but she hung in there. Bazarek across the timeline over to Thorson. Lob pass, tipped around, lost. And here comes Helgeson and the Eagles. On the drive, that's blocked, and it's just taken right away by Moran. Here's a shot up, no good. Rebound coming away here. Eagles down on that side. Brigham over here to Helgeson. Left alone. That one's no good. Moran with the rebound. And Brigham, oh, she almost got it. Zarek back up to the top here. Far side, they're milking the clock. Here's the inside shot. Yep, that'll work. Here comes Helgeson. Down to 12 seconds and counting. 10 seconds. Try to get the last second shot here. They're gonna run out of time. Couldn't get it away. That's a tough break right there. 25-14, as you can see, 11-point advantage here with the Eagles and the Tigers. Second half action coming up in 10 minutes time.
ADRC of Vernon County, supporting elderly and the disabled. 402 Courthouse Square. The ADRC of Vernon County is looking for volunteer drivers in Hillsboro, Lafarge, and Ontario. Help transport your neighbors to medical appointments or for daily errands. Mileage reimbursement is available. Call Vernon County's Aging and Disability Resource Center today. The Riverbank, with branch offices located in Coon Valley and Westby to serve all of your banking needs. When looking for that down-home financial help, be sure to stop in and talk to your local Riverbank associate. Since 1991, serving the greater Cooley region, it's the Riverbank.
Second half action begins here with the Eagles with the first opportunity. Lindley Schendel with the ball. Tigers with an 11-point advantage, 25-14. Down low, they'll kick it out. Helgeson making a little bit of a move. Now comes back up to Hyatt on the top of the key. She looks to drive. That ball tipped well out of bounds. She lost it. Actually tipped off from her own hand. Trying to make something happen. Well, the Tigers will bring the ball down the court. (23) in Hansen, Bazarek on the far side. Excuse me. And Thorson, number 5. Bazarek with the ball. Goes back out on that wing. And Brigham is there to tie it up. It'll stay with the Tigers. But they kind of walked right into it. Inside pass, pretty good play. That's no good. Moran with the rebound, no. And it's going to be Tigers with the ball. Cashton last to touch it. Zarek with the opportunity here. They'll get it in. Falkenstein back out. Zarek for 3. That's no good. Right into the hands of Lindley Schendel. Here comes Hyatt to Brigham. Goes down low, tipped in there, and then picked off by Bazarek. It was tipped, and then Bazarek was right there. Here's a shot. We're going to get a foul underneath. They're going to put that one on Lease. That one's up and good. 26 now. That was 23 in Hansen, and that's her first point of the night.
Nordic Lanes, a proud sponsor of today's special broadcast. Scott and Susan Sordahl wishing all the best to the area wrestlers throughout the rest of the season. Nordic Lanes offering a full menu, including the best pizza in the area, along with other mouth-watering specials throughout the week. When it comes to large group, birthday parties, and much more, Nordic Lanes, the place to go, on the north side of Westby.
Helgeson back out. This is Lindley Schindel for 3. Well, I'll tell you what, she got that all in one motion, and that was a good-looking shot right there. Trying to answer back. That one's too strong. Lease will track it down. That one coming off from Hansen. Back up to Hyatt. She'll look for the drive. The shot rims in and out. No good. Falkenstein with the rebound. Quick pass down court it goes. Back to Falkenstein. She wants to make a move. Her shot is up and good. I trail just a little because I'm trying to keep track of the points here. Kind of see where we're at. Here is Lindley Schindel again. She'll lob inside to Brigham. Here's a baseline move. Hyatt, her shot is up. No. Falkenstein with the rebound. Down the court she comes. All left alone, the 3 off the back of the rim. No. Hyatt was there. That was Bloor, who actually had a couple of 3s already. Brigham goes inside. Lindley Schindel lost the handle. That one was tipped away from her. Hyatt. They'll go down low. We're going to get a reach-in foul on Falkenstein. That might be number 2 on her. Let's see. It's actually number 3. She'll come out of the ball game. Moran will come back in. Inside pass, Brigham. Oh, she had that one just taken away. Literally grabbed by Moran. Bloor on a drive, and I think we're going to get a foul on Lindley Schindel. That would be her first, and that's who it is assessed to. Hunsinger comes into the ball game. She comes in for Lease. That's going to be tipped away. Trying to get it into Brigham, and Moran just reached over the top and pushed it away. Now we're going to get a foul here. Thorson will go to the line and shoot 2. That foul is going to be on Hyatt. That's her second.
Main Street Mobile Mart, downtown Viroqua. Stop in and pick up your last-minute fishing requirements, bait to tackle, and even a quick snack. It's Viroqua's Mobile Mini Mart. Keep your vehicle running smoothly with Synergy Mobile Fuel. Rob and the whole gang wish everyone the best of luck during the 2021 season. Midbeast TV and Appliance, the place to go in Cashton for your Samsung, LG, Frigidaire, and more with kitchen appliances. Watch the playoff games and regular season events with the best large screen TV selection, all from Midbeast TV and Appliance. Excellent, friendly, and knowledgeable service department as well. That's Midbeast, downtown Cashton.
Thorson hits the first. Next one, no good. And Lindley Schindel ripped that one away from, looked like Bazarek. Thought she was going to have it. And Lindley Schindel said, not right now. Inside pass, right off the arm of Hunsinger. And here comes 23 in Hansen. Over here on the wing, Bloor inside the 3. She'll take that shot and hit it. 31-17, your score at the 14-minute mark. 14-point advantage. Tigers just inching a little bit further away. Blocking foul here. That's Bloor. Let's see how many that is on her. I want to say 2, but it was actually only 1 on her. Hunsinger to inbound. Gets it into Lindley Schindel. Her shot, no good, just off the rim. And digging away, boy, what a battle. That was Hunsinger underneath. Back to Hunsinger. And then Helgeson. Now Briggen. Hunsinger skipping it over here to Helgeson. She's going to drive, and that was blocked. Right into the hands, though, of Hyatt. Her shot is up, and she's fouled. Boy, somebody got up in the air. I think it was Bloor, to be honest with you, coming away with the block. Shot is up and good for Hyatt. And she hit them both.
Main Street Designs. If you're in need for a cut, color, or highlight, be sure to contact Leah Kroom. Main Street Designs may be just what you're looking for. Conveniently located in the heart of Westby. 116 South Main Street. Give Leah a call today, 634-3201, and set up your appointment.
Hyatt hitting both. Shot underneath, there's a putback, and that's good. Moran not going to be denied on that. Hyatt goes over to Heft, who's now into the ball game. She came in for Helgeson, I believe. Cook is in. Pass is picked off, trying to go down low, and that's going to be a tough one all night long. There's a, boy, it looked like all ball. We're going to wait and see. Yep, it was. Nice job by Braylee Hyatt on that one. That was just a great job defensively. Hunsinger now on the wing goes down low. We're going to get a chop foul there as Thorson came up over the top, and she fouled Cook there. Hyatt, nice little move. That was shot tipped around, and the foul is going to be called here on the side. Foul goes on Bloor. Shot is up, no good. Lease and Beyer come into the ball game. Lindley Schindel and Hunsinger will get a break. Hyatt gets the next one. timeout there as they get a couple of players back into the ball game. Getting some rest in there. Zarek trying to go down low. There's a nice play by Heft with the takeaway. And now she'll slow things down. Up to top with Cook. Helgeson looking things over. Goes to Beyer. Here's Heft. She'll take that three, and it's just a little bit short. Off on the left, and Moran comes away with that rebound. Falkenstein with the ball passing over to the far side. Shot no good. Rebound coming away. There's a battle. Moran gets it, turns around, no. And can't hang on to it was Helgeson along with Beyer. They were both right there, and a little hot potato on them. Tough break. 13-point advantage, 33-22. Tigers with 11:40 to go here in the ball game. Turnaround, nice block. That was Cook on Thorson. Here's Heft. Over here, down in the bottom. Lease, now hands off. Heft, spin move. And gonna get a travel call. Did not see that one. He was right there. Hanson's gonna come back into the ball game. She comes in for Bazarek. Blower kicks over here to Thorson on the shot, no. And coming up with the loose ball is Heft. She'll scoot down here to the front court. All alone, no kidding, all alone down in the far side there was Beyer. She put it up and in. She was calling for the ball all the way, but nobody could see her. That was a tough one. But she wanted that shot. Able to capitalize. Here's a three on the way, no. Cook with the rebound. Thorson had a good look and just hit the back of the rim and long rebound. Now Heft. Cashton trying to make some things happen. That ball tipped and it wound up into the hands of Thorson, and now we get a foul from behind and some new players coming into the ball game. That foul was on Beyer.
Lynn's Home Center, downtown Cashton. Stop in for all of your HVAC and appliance needs from your local hardware store in Cashton. You'll find a reliable Reliance water heaters, Comfort Maker HVAC system, along with a top-rated Whirlpool, Amana, and Maytag appliances. Remember, if they don't have it, you don't need it. 801 Main Street, downtown Cashton.
Well, the 9:58 mark. Eagles. Oh, there's a takeaway right into the hands of Hyatt. Her layup is too strong. Got her own rebound, put back, and she made it. Oof, that was close. Turnaround shot, no. Rebound, Hyatt. Down by 9. They battled back. Lease back up to Hyatt. Helgeson, boy, she thought about it. Now Brigham to Hyatt. Wants to go baseline. Hangs in the air. The shot bouncing around. No. Rebound coming away here. Shot is up and good by Bazarek. Trying to get a little hook going there was Beyer, and it was tipped away. Falkenstein comes up with it, skips over to the far side to Bazarik. Bazarik goes in low, and Lease was there to knock it away. Hunsinger and Lindley Shendo coming into the ball game. Falkenstein, she went back real quick on the pass, and the teammate Bazarik had already broken down towards the baseline. Well, here's an opportunity. Try to cut into that lead. It's been tough sledding. Shot is up and good by Hyatt. Here's a layup attempt, and that is good by Falkenstein. Boy, oh boy. Or check that. My apologies. That was actually Hansen. Well, it was usually Falkenstein is the one who's been very aggressive towards the bucket. This time it was Hansen, and it fooled me. That one rimmed out, no good. Lindley Shendo gets the rebound. 11-point advantage here at the 8-minute mark of the ball game. Tigers of Hillsboro. Hunsinger thought about it again, but decided not to take the shot. Lindley Shendo kicks it back out. Boy, she got double teamed in a hurry. Shot by Brigham, no good. Hansen with the rebound, long pass down the court. They'll come right back to Hansen. Here on the near side, left alone, she's out of bounds. Bazarik was out of bounds. And a timeout here by Cashton. 7:32 to go here in the ball game. 11-point advantage here, Hillsboro.
Evinger's Equipment Sales and Service, featuring steel, country clipper, simplicity, and much more. It's Evinger Equipment in Viroqua. Best of luck to the Eagles, Blackhawks, and Norsemen as they compete in the Cooley and Scenic Bluffs conference races.
Hunsinger inbounds to Helgeson. Back to Hunsinger. Wanted to go down low. Instead comes over here to Hyatt on the wing. Back up to Lindley Shendo. And we're going to get a reach in on Bazarik. Bazarik with the foul. That might be what, number 2? Waiting to see number 3 on her. Hunsinger gets the ball in. Helgeson on that line. She could have gone over the line to get, have the ball, but not once she got it there. We're going to get an offensive foul on Lindley Shendo on a push. Back into the ball game, number 3. Or is this the first time? This might be the first time it is Woodhouse, Mackenzie Woodhouse, that we've seen her enter the game at the 7-minute mark. Quick outlet pass here to Hyatt. Boy, one-on-one, her layup is just going to drop off. Trying to come away with it, Brigham will. And we're going to get a foul. That's number 4 on Bazarik. And Thorson is going to come back into the game quickly for her. Also re-entering is Savannah Hardy. She was in once earlier. So 4 fouls on 21 in Bazarik. Brigham Going to have a whistle on that. It did not touch the rim. Hansen will bring the ball across the timeline. Thorson was here on the wing. Falkenstein with the ball. Spin, drive, underhand layup, it's good. Over here to Hunsinger and Hyatt and Brigham. They'll work the ball around. Inside, Hunsinger lost the handle. Moran was right there. Boy, they had somebody going down the court. That was, who was that? That was number 11 in Hardy. Here's a three on the way, and it's going to drop in by Thorson. And a timeout, 32nd, coming up here for the Eagles, as all of a sudden it's now a 16-point difference.
Eagle Title Company, located on the north side of Coon Valley, 95 Central Avenue. Be sure to stop in, talk to Lori Holte regarding the 5 things not to do during your new property closing. Peace of mind and solid protection for you, the consumer, during your new purchase. Lori Holte, working only in Vernon, Monroe, and La Crosse counties to serve you.
Cashton inbounds to Hyatt. She'll step across the timeline and get the ball to Helgeson. Helgeson's going to look for a driver. Layup, no. She winds up on the floor, but Cashton somehow got the ball back. Here's Lindley Shendo. Her shot is up, in and out. No good. Moran with the rebound. Cashton's not taking bad shots. They're just having some bad luck getting them to drop. Least to inbound. Sanders comes in for Brigham, by the way. Helgeson. Over here to Lease. Lindley Shendo. Offensive foul. That might be on Hyatt. Nope. On Sanders. Woodhouse re-enters the ball game here for the Tigers. Hardy comes out. Here's Woodhouse. Inside, tipped right back into her hands. Kind of a sideways pass. Semi-no look. It was a quick peek, that's what it was. Here's a three again. That one's good. Thorson all of a sudden getting hot from three. Hyatt back up top. Lindley Shendo with the shot. In and out again. She's had some great looks here. Hyatt down on the floor. Woodhouse on the drive. That'll be a layup for her. And she's on the board. Here's Hyatt. That's good. I think that was a three. Just under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. 3:45. Fadeaway, no good. Lease right there. Helgeson went to Sanders. Hyatt trying to save it. Apparently she just touched the out of bounds. Cook coming in. Beyer and Heft. Pizarnik now with the ball. She had re-entered the ball game with 4 fouls. But at the 3-minute mark here, getting close to the 3-minute mark, a comfortable lead, so probably okay to put her back in. That ball was partially blocked. That was Pizarnik trying to get the shot off. Here's Heft. Just under 3 minutes now. Cook back out. Heft on the shot, no. Tipped around, and boy, Cook come away with it. Shot by Hyatt, no. Tracking it down, that was Bloor. Hillsboro running some time off the clock here now as they move the ball around. And there's a steal by Hyatt. She's going to try and get that one to go, and she does.
The Daily Brew Company, Westby's newest business. Stop in for terrific coffee and mouth-watering sandwiches each and every day. Located at 100 Washington Street. Call ahead, 634-4001. It's family owned. The Oleroots and Cades invite you to stop in.
Hyatt with the 2. Shot, no. Byer with the rebound. Pass off over here to the far side, under 2 minutes to go in the game. Hyatt up to Heft. Heft looking over the field. Now goes to the right side. Little running shot, no. Rebound coming away here. Bloor and a quick pass down court. That was Woodhouse, back up to the top. Thorson, she'll stop, try to drive and then take the shot, no. Back into Heft's hand. She'll come down the court, she's fouled. We're gonna get a timeout here on the floor now by the Tigers of Hillsboro, 47-31. They maintain that 16-point advantage.
Coon Valley Telecommunications, located in the heart of Coon Valley. Coon Valley Telecommunications brings high-speed internet, HD television, and crisp phone service to the Coon Valley, Stoddard, and Chaseburg communities. Bringing fiber to the valley, that's the motto with Coon Valley Telecommunications. Give them a call, 608-452-3101.
Cashton to the line here with 1:21 to go. Shot is up, no good by Heft. Get another try here. That one bounced away, but she got her own rebound. Quick hustle there for sure. Here's Cook, cross court. That one taken away here. Quick hands by Hardy with the steal. Pizarnik up here to Hansen, running the clock off down to 50 seconds now in the ball game. Here's a drive, the layup is good for Pizarnik. And a quick timeout here. They're going to bring some other people back into the ball game. And they're going to call a timeout. We're going to take the full timeout here. We can do the same.
Culver's of Viroqua. That's where you can get the great tasting butter burger. Or crank it up a notch. It's the deluxe burger. Right here in Viroqua, where food is grown, not made. Home of the concrete mixer. Culver's hopes that you're enjoying today's special presentation. And remember, they offer a flavor of the day each and every day.
Cashton is going to inbound here with Hunsinger to Helgeson with 35 seconds to go in the game. Hyatt. Lindley Shendo. Far side with Helgeson. She'll drive underneath the shot. No, got her own rebound. Put back, still couldn't get it to drop. Kicks it out to the side and is picked off. Right into the hands of 11 and Hardy. Gonna let the clock run out here. Falkenstein over to the far side it goes, and that's going to be your ball game. 49-31 is your score. Let's take a look at the point totals here. 49-31 in the Scenic Bluffs. The Tigers come away with the win. For the Tigers, Woodhouse comes in. She picked up 2 near the end of the game here. Thorson, the number 5, she picks up 11. Pisarik picks up 5. Bloor with 8. She had a couple of threes in the ball game. Falkenstein with 12. Had 5 field goals on the evening. And Moran with 8, 4 field goals throughout. Meanwhile, for Cashton, well, Lauren Hunsinger has 2. Beyer has a 2. Sydney Helgeson, 2. Taylor Lindley Shendo hit a 3. That was her points for the night. And Braylee Hyatt with 22 in a tough loss here, 49-31 to the Tigers of Hillsboro. Cashton won the JV game 33-32. That was a bit of a thriller. Well, we hope that you've enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin video production of Cashton girls basketball. I remind you, we'll be in Richland Center tomorrow for the Richland Center Hornet Wrestling Tournament. That is one of the longest wrestling tournaments being held consecutively in, barring the, of course, COVID, in the state. We hope that you can join us there on channel 14 and also on my Twitch streaming channel. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Production, saying so long for now, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow down in Richland Center. Have a great evening. 49-31 your score.